Okie dokie.
Good evening all, it's Monday night, I've been given the okie dokie, and it's time, as usual, Monday evening, 7 p.m, for our Strictly Teaching. So tonight and Wednesday night, we're going to be doing Argentine Tango Milonga.
Yeah.
This is the, you can hear in the background going, yeah.
It's exciting.
This is the fun side of Argentine Tango.
Oh, it's fab.
It is, you will love the music. Well, we hope you do anyway, we do. And it's fairly straightforward to dance.
At last. At last.
Yes.
After 14, 15 weeks, this is the one.
Yes, so it's, I'm just going to put my tea down here. So, yes, Milonga. So we'll go into it. As we go through this evening and on Wednesday, we'll go into a little bit of technique again for you. We might give you a little bit of the history of quite a bit you've had already when you've joined us for Argentine Tango. Yes, it's the fun side. A little bit of music just sort of to jazz it up a little bit, really. So, as ever, if you're going to dance with us this evening, we have our disclaimer to explain to you, which is we are not insured for you at home, so you do this at your own risk. And what we'd like you to do is push all the furniture back. The chairs, the tables, the sofas, move them all back so you're not going to injure yourself. Number two, if you've got anything on the floor that may be slippy, like a rug on a wooden floor or on laminate, just make sure that that's secured in some way, even if you have to take the rug up. Likewise, if you have any pets in the house, make sure that they're secure, that they don't get injured or they could possibly injure you. On the side there, or like so, get yourselves a drink, you may need one, and through there, as ever, ladies and gentlemen, which you may well need at some stage. So, Honey Bun is just through there, having a look at the people that are joining us at the moment. We do get quite a few usual regulars that tune in because they've basically got nothing else to do.
Because it's raining outside.
It's raining outside, but poor day today, so you know, we'll almost Shannon and Phil really. Yeah, see what's on telly and then, oh no, nothing on, we'll go and watch them. Over to you.
Should we say hellos? Quick hellos?
Yes,
I'll whiz down. I'm going to whiz down.
You're going to whiz down, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Julian.
Oh,
hello.
good evening, Julian.
Alison says Buenas tardes.
Right,
very
okay.
good. David's on.
Good evening, David.
Yes, he's done some new. I know, he's excelled himself this
you
week.
will enjoy the music.
Yeah.
You will, yes.
Andrew, I always say Andrew Rooney just in case there's another Andrew.
Oh, right, okay.
Yes, it's on. Stephanie and David.
Good
Cooper.
evening.
Linford and Kathy.
Oh, good evening.
And the news from Macclesfield this evening is it's very wet.
Mm.
Jack and Barbara are on.
Good evening.
Medi said something beautiful in Welsh again.
Oh, right,
Last
okay.
with
yes.
something.
Yes, something.
I will learn how to say it. Sandra says good evening. Alan and Wendy say good evening. Gail's on. I'm sure
right,
Chester
yes,
won't be far away.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Teresa and Trevor say hello.
Good evening.
Pat and Mike say hi.
Oh, good evening, Pat and Mike.
Anna and Martin from Chelmsford.
Ah, right, okay.
Pat and Neil they always say hiya.
Hiya.
Hi from Ray and Carol.
Oh, good evening.
Oh, I'm so
Ray
glad
and
they're
Carol.
on.
Yes.
Because you could do this over the Peabody,
yes.
can't you?
Yeah, you can.
They know what we mean.
You two, Rain Cat, you will enjoy this.
Yeah.
It's just up your street.
I think. Sue and Paul from Devon are on.
Ooh.
Pat's on from Newport.
Oh, that's
Bill's on from a wet Macclesfield.
Macclesfield,
We're back,
yes.
he says. Thomas is on. Thomas Mulligan is on.
All right, okay.
Caroline and Bob say hi, everyone. GTX is already applied for Ray.
Right, okay.
He's prepared and ready to go. Christine and Angus are on from Aberdeen. Jill's on, and she's speaking Welsh. How lovely.
Oh, right,
yes.
okay.
Ed and Victoria from British Columbia.
Oh, good evening.
Heather and Bert are raring to go.
Yes.
From Scotland. Liz from Aberdeen. Jane and Neil. Hello, you two. You're on. Celia says good evening. Andrea is from Charmouth. She's on. Liz from Dublin, Cheryl and John from Exmouth.
My
There
nephew,
are, yes.
yeah, my nephew and his wife and their daughter have just gone from Kelowna in British Columbia out to Vancouver Island, on one of the very islands on the west, on the Pacific there, for a week's holiday. And they were keeping fingers crossed that it was going to be lovely weather for them. So I hope in Vancouver Island for you, you've got some nice weather out there on the edge of the Pacific Ocean.
Should we say hello to YouTubers so they don't
Yes,
feel
by all
left
means
out?
do.
We've
Yes.
got Albert and Gilly from West Bay, Ian and Liz from Rain Hill,
Oh,
Lindy and Robert from Brixham.
mm.
They don't say jello, they say hello to me.
Hello,
In fact, they say
yes.
hello.
Right,
Cheryl and John have never heard of this, so they're looking forward to it.
okay.
Melvin and Marilyn are ready to Milonga. That's a lot of M's.
Mm.
They've put the fish back in the aquarium too.
All right, okay, yeah.
Shriani says hi from Durham. John and Marie from Lutterworth. Bronwyn and Brian are here in Fife. Clifford and Veronica. Bonsoir. Guess who that is?
Mm.
Lucy from
Lucy,
France.
yes, down in,
Yeah.
yes, down in the south of
They
France,
had
yes.
41 degrees.
Oh, wow. Mm.
We didn't get 41. And
Still to get to about
Sue
12
and
degrees,
Barry
okay, yeah.
from Rosendale.
Right, okay.
Hurrah!
So, Argentine Milonga. The music is fun. It's quite jazzy in some ways, but it's you'll enjoy it. You really will.
Yeah,
You
it's good
you
fun.
can switch it on there.
Yeah.
Switch it on. Right, there
One,
you go.
two. I'm not actually going to teach tonight.
Ah.
This is his dance.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's his favourite
Yes.
style.
Okay.
So you're going to do it
I'll do a
tonight.
little bit, yes.
Yeah,
Call you
just in case.
Yeah,
Just in
we'll,
case I put my mic on.
Yes, because we may well break it down and
Yeah.
do man steps and lady steps,
Yeah.
forward steps. So, Argentine Milonga, the hold. It's for those of you that joined us with the Argentine stroll and the we did a little bit of Argentine tango then. This is a Milonga hold. So it is very close, it's up close and personal. You're not sort of hugged right up, but
It can move apart as well, so
yes,
it's very
it does move
flexible.
apart. So
Very similar.
it's very similar, like this. If you see my arm across my partner's back here, the lead here is coming from the inside of my arm here.
Crook of the elbow.
Yes, so I lead from there, so I'm moving her there, okay? If I want to take her forward, then I take her forward with my chest. I bring her back with my arm on her back, and as you can see now, my hand, I've isolated my hand, so I don't really need it. It's my arm and chest that are actually doing the work, and I'm not giving her an option. I'm leading. This dance is all about the man. Yay!
You do like this dance?
I do. Yes, it's a dance that Argentine tango seems to come naturally to me.
And you
Really.
talked about Milonga, the name is the name of the party. Can you
Yes,
mention that?
yes. Milonga it's got a double meaning really, because number one, it's the name of this party type of dance, but a milonga is also a dance where you would go to dance Argentine tango. They call it a milonga. And the various types of Argentine tango can be danced in there, but milonga has its own particular style. Okay.
Yes.
So
Let's start.
So I will do just the first 8 steps for the man, and the first 6 steps are called a bulldozer box, and we're adding another 2 steps on to make it an 8 count.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my glasses off so I can't see, and okay, I'll start here. Okay, I'm going to face you first of all, and then I'm going to turn it round. Okay, so. We've got an invitation to start with in Argentine tango. So the invitation is back on the right foot, leaders, and to the side on the left. Then there's the first 2 steps. Then we've got a forward walk on the right and a forward walk on the left, which is known in Argentine tango terms as a salida. just walking forward. Now we've got a side step and a close. There's the first 6 steps, that's the bulldozer box. And we're going to take another side step on the right and a close on the left. So once more this way, then I'll turn it around so you can see me from the back. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll do it this way so you can see me from the back. So we've got a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, 6, 7, 8. Once more. Now then, the invitation, okay, this first 2 steps, the back step and the side step, I'm taking this left foot out, and as I take it out, I'm taking it out that little bit further than where my partner will be positioned on my right hand side, because my next 2 steps, this is the leader part, I'm actually going outside partner. So now it's 3 and 4. Now the resolution, as we call it, is now to the side. There's 5, 6, 7, 8. Just once more. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is the basis of our bulldozer box. Okay? Right, if anyone here wants to just come and show the ladies
Yes.
part of that, and I will grab my glasses.
So it's just that it's out of sync on YouTube. Hopefully it'll rectify itself.
All right.
So the first 6 steps, I said the bulldozer box, and we're going to do the natural opposite of man. I'll do it in the back so you can copy me as a follower. So we're going to start the invitation as the first 2 steps. We always start a new phrase with the invitation. So it's always the same 2 steps, start most of the phrases. So you're going to be led forward, followers, on your left. You're going to step to the side on your right. You're going to take 2 walks back, left, then right, and you're going to do a side close, left, right. That's the end of the bulldozer box. But we're just going to put a side close on just to give us the 8 count. 7, 8. So kind of double chassis on the end. Do it a few times. Okay, so for the followers, it's forward, side, back, back, side, close, side, close. Okay, do it again. Ready, and so it's forward, side, back, back, side, close, side, close. Okay, so on the left, so it's left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, I'm sure Phil will say this, but your outside partner on step 3. Is it?
Yes.
So go together.
Okay. We just had Alan Butterworth just come and joined us, and Neil Hopkins says if the man has to lead this, this will be the first time.
I told you, this is it. This is your moment, men. Okay. Do you want to do it as the leader's point of
I
view?
can do first.
Seeing
then
as
we'll
this is a
swap
leader's
round.
dance.
Yes, then we'll swap round.
Okay.
So leaders, we're going to go back on the right to the side on the left. Now I'm going to go outside.
I'm not sure
on my
they'll
right
see our
foot.
feet there.
Okay.
But leader, you take a bigger step on step 2 than the follower. So you can go forward on step 3. 3, 4, then join back together, 5, 6, and do another one, 7, 8.
Didn't I do a really good job of explaining that?
I know, it's because I realised our feet are going to be out of shot. So it's going to
Well,
stay there.
they shouldn't be.
That's it.
Just here.
That's
Okay,
it.
so the invitation, the first 2 steps, I'm going back on my right, leaders, and to the side. Now, as I go to the side, I'm using the edge of my foot to feel. Once I've got it in place, then I'm going to put my weight on it. Now, you can see here that my partner's right foot is possibly midpoint between my 2 feet. Now, I can actually step outside my partner on my 3rd step. There's number 3, 4, now to do 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll do that once more.
Would you go back?
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should we turn it around and do it so they can see?
Yeah, so see the follower.
Yeah. So follower, you're coming forward on the left to the side. Now that second step of yours is actually quite a small one, and it finishes midpoint between my feet. Okay. Now you're going to go back on your left, back on the right, now to the side on your left, close, side on the left, and close. Okay.
Okay, everybody, how's that?
Shannon will just come and
Just
see
in
how you
case you've
get
got
it
any
on.
questions.
Just give that a try. If there's any problems at all, just let us know. If you'd like us to go over it again, we will certainly do so.
I have to wait a second just to get the
Okay.
working
If you are
switches
okay with
on.
that, as usual, for those that are with us, normally it's the thumbs or the hearts, send them to us and we'll know you're well on the way with us.
No comments or anything, so I'm hoping
Okay.
it's,
They're all watching.
just come 1 or 2 coming in now.
Just
Julian's okay, Sue's okay. So, it's, yeah, Heather's okay. So let's just give an idea of the speed,
yes.
shall we?
Mhm.
It is this party feel.
Okay, we'll dance it one way and then we'll turn it around the other way. So we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll turn that around for you.
You just did it twice.
Yes. Ready, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, it's quite bouncy, it's quite
Yeah,
bouncy,
it's-
quite
it's,
fun, quite light.
yes.
Shall we try it to, Mike wants to know, are all the steps a heel lead? Well, do you want to say it? Do you want me to say it?
Mike, it's a very relevant question. We'll just go through the
Somebody else has asked it as
15
well.
steps, okay? So as I go back, because this is mainly about the man, the Argentine tango, to let my partner know that I'm making a start, I'm actually going in now to my standing leg, my left knee. As I go down, she's getting that feel of, oh, we're about to start. So as I go back, here I go to a toe heel. Now, as I go to the side in Argentine tango, I go to an inside edge. And I reach across. If I just come forward, you'll see me reaching across with the inside edge of my foot. I position the foot to where I want to be. Then I roll onto a whole foot. As I come through now, I'm drawing the inside edge of the right toe, and I come through. So the ball of the foot slides, and then I go to a heel. The ball of the foot slides, then I go to a heel. Now, as I go to the side to do the resolution, it's inside edge to ball and flat foot. It's inside edge to ball and flat foot. Inside edge to ball and flat foot. Inside edge to ball and flat foot.
Spot on.
Okay?
If sometimes the man can, the footwork for Argentine tango is either ball flat or ball heel.
Heel.
It's either, but you always go ball foot first.
So there is ball flat. Okay? There's inside edge to ball and flat. Now here, it's ball heel, ball heel.
Yeah, a lot of
Okay.
contact with the floor.
So you will see, yeah, there is an awful lot, it's very earthy dance this is, but as with this dance Milonga, you can see that movement we were making, it is quite light as well, okay? So if you're fairly okay with that, just let us know.
Yeah, I think it's great that we're asking questions.
Oh, absolutely, yes,
Yeah.
just keep them coming.
So let's try it. Should we do it with the music?
Yes.
We're going to do it with David's music
Mhm.
tonight. And this was a new rhythm for David.
Mhm.
And again, he's just got
Yes,
that
come on.
essence of it.
Yes.
We might try and play a traditional one at some point as well, but if not, we'll tell you where to go to find it. We either put a link on later, but in the past we've had trouble with the song copyrighted, haven't we?
Yes.
So we should be fine with David's tonight. So we'll just show you and then we'll all join in and have a go.
We'll do it this way first of all, so you can see follower steps, and then we'll turn it round so you can see leader steps.
And you guys join in at home whenever you're ready. Okie doke.
Okay.
Yay!
You will just see that the feel for the music there and the rhythm that it creates. It is quite light and keeps moving, and the more you can move it, the better it is. And once you get the feel for certain moves, then hopefully by Wednesday night we might just have a go at leaders ad-libbing. Yes.
We've had one heart from Pat and that's it.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, I'm just hoping. So at home, let me know. Oh no, there's one more. There's a like going up
okay, I was
now.
going to say, Pat sent a heart. Were you dancing on your own, Pat, or was Mike with you?
I know one more heart could be from Pat again. Who knows? Sometimes they pop and show you who it is. Sometimes they don't. Good. Okay.
So that's the bulldozer box, and that basically is the movement. The basic movement of Milonga and Argentine tango, that basic 8 steps really. The box itself is the first 6 steps, and so we're keeping it in 8. We've added, yes?
Julian says, does the, I think, is that beat maybe? Go slow, slow, quick, quick? No.
No.
It is a constant beat. So it's, all quicks, aren't they?
Yeah.
So you just keep going with them.
Keep going.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just keep counting.
Yeah.
I normally count it in numbers in my,
Mhm.
yeah, she said it, I mean beat.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just continuous beats all the way through. No slows, no quicks. It's brilliant.
Yeah, let's not complicate it.
Yeah. Oh, Melvin says he loves it. Good.
Oh,
it is.
that's what we want to hear.
Honestly, if you don't finish tonight with a huge smile on your face, we haven't done our
Yeah,
job. Yeah,
This-
fantastic.
This dance, believe you me, the minute you can hear a piece of music like that,
Yeah.
you want to be up on the floor. And the main thing is with it is number one is to enjoy it, interpret it, because it keeps moving. And you will notice that both tonight and Wednesday, we're building up into a little sort of routine for you. But we'll Wednesday night we'll add a few little bits for you that you can. Yes.
Christina's just said, what music are we using? We are using something that has been arranged by David.
Mm-hmm.
So it's you probably know the song.
Yes.
I don't think it's Besame
Mm-hmm.
Mucho, but I don't think I've said it
That's
right.
amazing joke. Yeah, it's a very famous piece of.
Oh, it's a very
music.
famous,
Yes,
but it's
yes.
not normally done for Milonga
it's
necessarily,
not.
but it
No.
works really well.
It does work very well.
So he'll put it on later.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's had a few problems today putting it on YouTube, but it will be on either tonight or tomorrow.
Yes, and you'll be able to download it along with all his other music.
Yes.
So do go to David's site on YouTube. Click on there, you'll be able to see all the other music. Do like his stuff.
We'll give you the name of another one later on
Yes.
if we don't get a chance to
That's
play
good,
it.
yeah.
Uh,
So, That was the bulldozer.
Bulldozer box with an extra side step on the
Step
end.
on it. From there, we're actually going to do a couple of progressive steps, really, which are fairly straightforward. So I will do the band steps, and then Honeygun here will come in and no doubt correct me. It's just in the nature, you know.
You're doing very well.
See, I was going to start there, the straight away, come here,
And do this end,
come here
do this
now,
end.
yes, you know, believe you me, the college she puts on me in the morning to take me for a walk.
Do that way.
Okay, I'm going this way,
Yeah.
okay, I'm doing as I'm told.
Yeah, good family.
Right, okay, so our bulldozer box, we've got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now there, okay, we've changed the weight and we've got all our weight, our standing leg is our left foot now. And we're going to go forward, forward, side, close, forward, forward, side, close. Okay, so we've done an 8 count again. So we finished our bulldozer box, going weight on the left foot, and we're going outside partner leaders. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we've got basically 2 lots of 4, and they're 2 lots of progressive steps, and they take us, they move us down the room. Okay.
That's why it's called progressive steps. Oh, by the way, this is the bronze syllabus.
Yeah.
So when we do Teach Argentine Tango, the UKA, our professional association, there's the bronze, silver, gold, just like everything else we do. So we are now teaching you our bronze routine this week. And see how far we get.
For the longer.
The Milonga, yeah, the Milonga bronze routine.
So I'll dance it from the beginning. So we've got our bulldozer box, we've got our back, side, forward, forward, side, close, and our progressive steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You will feel also with this in the hold for the lead that as you're stepping outside, you are, for your ballroom people out there, you are going into CBMP. You are giving the lead here, a left shoulder lead, so she can feel herself going backwards. So as you're going outside, okay, you're making room for her to also come through as well. So in this position here, I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's obviously your line of dance normally.
Yes, yeah.
Obviously, we're just curving it round.
Curving round, okay? So just those last 8 steps will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do you want to pop yours in there?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Right, okay. So we're going to be led beautifully by the man. But as I said before, with this phrasing, we normally start with an invitation. So we're normally led forwards, brought forwards by the leader. This one, this progressive, which is why it's called progressive, doesn't. This is, I think, the only one we do where we go straight backwards. Okay, so we don't have that invitation to go against line of dance, as it were. So we've done our side close. So I'll just do the progressive steps. We're going to do no invitations. So we're going to go straight back on the left, back, back, side, close, and then we'll repeat it, back, back, side, close. Okay, we'll do it again. So we're going back on the left, back on the right, side left, and close, and we'll repeat it, back on the left, back on the right, side on the left, and close right to left. All right, let's count of 8. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm sure you've got that. So shall we have a little go
Are there any questions?
Everything seems okay so
Right.
far. David's just come on and said he's now been able to upload the
Yes, I
music,
saw that
so
just
that's
now.
okay.
Should we show how it goes together then?
Yes.
It is quite a lead.
Mhm.
You need to do as a lead, it's just to let follower know there's no invitation on this section. And you'll see the MP, because you're outside partner leaders first step. Okay,
Once more.
and it's like the bulldozer box without the first two steps. So you're missing out 1 and 2, going straight for 3.
You will see in there that because of the movement and the shaping, here, the hold, as you can see that my arm is leading here, and my fingers are around my partner's waist, especially if she's nice and thin like Honeybun here. I'm trying to pay you a compliment there. I'm getting all sorts in my ear here. Okay, so as I go outside now, my arm is actually taking my partner out with me. So there, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And she'll feel that rock and the lilt with it.
And I'll get out of the way.
Yes. So as I come through there, okay, my arm, as I come through and I take that step, you can see my left shoulder coming through, leading with the left shoulder, but my arm is leading my partner and turning her at the same time.
Should we do it this way round? Did we do it
Yes.
this way round? Controlled about this. Okay, just the progressive steps. Okay, we all right with that, everybody? Shall we put the two together?
Yes.
Let's do it so the leader can see it. Here we go. So bulldozer box plus the extra side step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Straight forwards now. Forward, forward, side, close. Forward, forward, side, close. Okay. So these little chunks of 8, you can I was going to say jigsaw pieces, but they're not jigsaw pieces because you can put them anywhere.
Anyway.
So you can just mix and match all of these phrases of 8. You're starting every single one, I think, on your right foot.
Yep.
I think all of them. All the ones we're going to teach you this week.
Going through.
We're going to teach you little blocks of 8, and you can put them together any way you want.
Mhm.
Right? I'm just going to double check no
Mhm. Yes.
questions, and I think we'll have a little go to the music, shall we?
As you can see, with Honeybun and I dancing that, it is quite a close hold. Anyway, once she gets into this, just like Argentine tango, it's a joyous dance really, it's fun, but you want to be dancing this for yourselves, you want to be dancing as one, really enjoying the music and getting lost in the music, especially for the leader because he's leading this, and when you mix and match the moves, you've got to give an early lead, so she's all the while just that little bit behind you
Yeah.
and waiting for the lead. But because it's like that, it's a very sensual dance once again, and really you should only be thinking about you and your partner on the dance floor. You don't want to be thinking about where am I going, where's everybody else.
It's not showy.
It isn't a showy dance.
It's insular.
Yes.
Should we have a little go to music?
Yes. Mhm.
Well, and we'll just keep dancing. Should we just keep alternating
Keep
between
alternating between
the two sections we've got now? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm in that position. Yeah.
Here we go. All those blocks. Progressive steps. All those blocks. Progressive steps. All those blocks. Progressive steps. Now, ad lib.
to make her own mind up there.
No.
To ad lib.
Sound is behind. It does that sometimes, actually. I've noticed that. It doesn't always sync with the music. I promise we were in time, even though
Yes.
we may not looked it. Okay.
So that's the first two sections that we've been dancing, really. So
Just let me know, everybody, just
Yes.
as it gives you a little bit more information, just let me know if you're okay up to there.
yes, once that's in, we can then move on a little bit. The next bit is just slightly different. So we want you to make sure that bulldozer boxes and the progressive steps are quite secure.
Pat says it's good for a small space.
It is.
Absolutely, and it is so flexible.
Yeah.
You can rotate it really tight.
Mhm.
You can just, oh yeah, it's fab.
Yeah.
And it fits virtually all rhythms as well.
Okay,
They're okay. Everyone's
everybody's
okay.
okay?
Yeah.
So we shall move on, and we're now actually going to do a slightly turning movement. So we've got two lots of four really. If I do it this way first, so we've got the invitation again. So we've got a back to the side. Then on step 3, we're coming through outside partner again. Now we're actually going to do a check or a rebound, as we call it. So this next step here is that we're going to come forward on our left foot and turn a quarter. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay?
So it's the first 4 steps of the bulldozer box, and we're
1,
just rotating the last 2 steps
3,
slightly now to the left. Okay, so you start to curve 3 and 4 a little bit round. So 1 and 2 are the same. 3 and then around we're going to start to go. Okay, shall I do that for a follower
yes,
first of
do
all?
that for follow, so you can, so we don't throw too many steps at you.
Did you do it back? Did you do it from your back then?
No, I didn't. But you do the following
Okay.
steps there now.
Okay.
We'll do.
So followers, we're going to do the first 4 steps of the bulldozer box, but we're just going to rotate 3 and 4 very slightly. So we're going to do the invitation 1, 2, 3 is coming outside partner, but instead of going back, you can feel the rotation with the lead. So you feel like you're rotating to the left, and you just put your foot underneath it. A little bit of a pivot coming around the corner. You almost to maybe a quarter by the end. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I feel like a 3-point turn. You're going back on that quarter. Do you want to do the leads now?
Okay, leaders. So it is basically the first 4 steps of the bulldozer box, but we're starting to turn on 3, and then we're doing a check almost. Well, it is a check really on the 4, but we're turning it a quarter. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So together, we just stay as we did with the bulldozer. Let's move you forward a bit so you can see your feet. So you've got your invitation, 1, 2. You know now you always step outside partner on 3, but you're curving it round now. 3, 4. So by the end, you've turned about a quarter overall.
Neil, I noticed you're coming forward.
Very fast.
You're now leading.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Now with this, because it's the same steps as a bulldozer box, but you're turning it, you've got to give your partner an early lead with this right arm. So I do it from this end here.
I do like that.
Yeah. Okay. And I won't use this hand. Okay. So we're going to go 1, 2. Now there's the lead coming. 3, 4. Once more. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So all I had, the only messages I had were here, and the chat actually as well. I'll turn that on. So I had to follow this area, and it just stays in that crook. If I move out of it, it'll disappear. So all I have to do is make sure I stay here. Is that?
Up against my little muscle.
Yeah.
Okay? So the movement that you're trying to give her, leaders, is this. Take my hand off because that's irrelevant to hand. It's that there. So wherever I go with that, I can lead my partner around.
Nothing here.
That's it.
So not, it's nothing to do with the arms at all.
Okay?
Okay?
Try that, leaders. Just try that
1, 2, 3,
movement there.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. So you've got
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay?
Yeah.
And we carry on with the next,
Mm-hmm.
how it all fits together. Yep, no comments, we're okay.
Everything okay?
Yep, 1, 2, yep.
So,
Can you repeat it?
yes, so we repeat it. So we've got our 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we've got a 1,
Back, side,
2,
forward,
3, 4.
So you see he's done exactly the same thing again.
So we've got 1, 2, 3,
And again, keep it turning back, side,
3.
forward, forward. So it's 2 4s
Mhm.
at the bulldozer box, 1 to 4 twice. Curving it on 3 and 4 each time. 3, 4. Now curve it a little bit there.
2,
3, 4. Okay. Shall I do the follower?
yes.
I mean, follower, to be honest with you, we just follow. So if the angles don't go quite according to plan, I mean, all we do is give you kind of a blueprint. So you've got something to base it on. When you get used to it, you can dance it together. You can do any amount of turn you like. You can mix it up, all sorts of things. But we'll just give you a framework to start with. And then obviously when you get used to it, you can ad lib. So we've done our progressive side to side close. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Our 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're again going to start with the 1 going forwards. We'll just turn it to a gate line of dance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we've got 2 4s, and it's a bit. We're just rotating it to kind of north, south, east, west as we go. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, is that all right? Does that make sense? But really, I'm just going to follow the man. Should we show how?
I hope you heard that, everybody. She said she's going to follow me.
Yeah. Well, it'll have to be a first time.
And last.
Let's do it with the man so that the men can see
Okay.
the back line.
Yes.
So this is just the check left turn section. So 1, 2, outside part, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Does that make sense? We'll show you a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. And ooh, he's kept going. Okay, so you can keep going. Don't do too many. Okay. Anything else about that?
She followed really well then.
Don't have any choice. You keep going.
Right, okay. So that there is the first 4 steps of the bulldozer box, but we're actually putting a quarter turn in. And for leaders, what it does mean for you is that you just have to get used to using this lead. You need to give the partner an early lead. So here, we talk about leading, and I always think that it's a totally separate subject for the leader on how to lead. We talk about, trying to get the footwork right, and then the leader's got to lead, which is something else she's got to think about. So just to give you a few tips on leading some of this, my arm is around my partner's midriff, one might say. My fingers, if I can, are just sliding round her right-hand rib. My thumb is up to keep this forearm rigid. She needs this movement. She needs to feel that there's a strong lead. And as I start to lead her back towards me now, it's coming from the forearm. As I go to the side on my left, it's coming from this bend in the elbow here, there. Now, as I start to go forward at an angle, I'm leading from the chest, but also I'm starting to turn with my arm. And the check as we go into it on the fourth step is that this arm comes round. Now then, as I go back the other way, my forearm brings her with me. I go to the side and the inside of my right arm takes her across. My chest now leads her diagonally across, and my arm takes her into the check again. So once again, I'm using my arm and my chest to lead my partner. And I'm trying to give that an early lead for her.
So in the routine, in the routine, we're going to do that check left turn 3 times, which is 3 lots of 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll do a little resolution to finish, decide close to finish. So do you want to do it that time?
We can do this one and turn it round.
So you've got 3 sets of these. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, side, close, side, close. Little resolution on the end, again, just finishes it off, that phrase.
And that resolution on the end is the same resolution you did right at the beginning at the end of the bulldozer box.
Shall I show you again?
Mm-hmm. Let's do this
Yeah.
one.
So you've got 3 lots, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, side, close, side, close. Okay, does that make sense, everybody? Hope so.
You'll also notice that both of us, when we're doing our side closes, we add little adornments in that our feet
Yes,
movements.
yes.
And it's something to play with, really. That's the beauty of this dance. That there's little adornments you can add in, and the movement with the swing of the deeper part of the body as well.
So shall we try, should we put the whole thing together,
Let's put
do
the
you
whole
think?
thing. Should we walk it through the whole thing together?
Yeah, I think
then
so.
start to music.
Yeah, rather than just do that last bit to music, we'll try and give it some kind of structure. And,
Sure.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And then let us know at home whether it's going okay for you, and then we'll keep going.
So from the beginning, starting with the bulldozer box. So we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Progressive steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So you've got nice phrasing. So the check left turn section is 2 lots of 8 together. So we do it 3 times, then you've got your little double chassis on the end, but it'll give you 16 count.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a nice, well,
Yes.
that's halfway.
Yes.
Okay. So we have done 16 bars for you,
Yes.
for the sequence lovers,
Yes.
and that's halfway. Should we do it once more?
Did we start this then? Before? Let's start here.
There you go. Progressive side step. Check left turns, number 1, number 2, number 3, resolution to finish. Should we do one more, just to be safe, on the safe side? You like that?
When I'm not leading.
Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go forward leaders. Invitation to check turns. Chassis to finish. Okay, you all right, everybody at home?
Have a go. Let us know how you're getting on with that. If there's any part of it you're unsure about, just let us know, and we can repeat, we can talk about it. If you've got any questions, fire away and ask them. We'll do our very best to answer them.
I think if we do it to music, we'll let you all have a go at home, have a good old try of it, and then we'll see where we're up to after it. We're going to keep it going. We'll just keep the music running,
Here we go. Alto's a box. Progressive step. Check left turn. Start again. Alto's a box. Progressive step. Check left turn. Resolution finished. And again from the beginning. And again. Behind it. And again. Hey! Good!
Well done, everyone.
Is that not just the best dance ever?
Isn't it such
Oh,
joyous music?
it's-
Just lifts the spirits,
Oh,
doesn't
it's
it?
just fab, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just like bop around.
Yeah. So what we're doing here is giving you a taste of all that,
Yes,
really.
of course. Yes.
There is so much more that, we're scratching the surface again, but it's giving you a taster and a feel for the music as well. So if you hear some music come on like this, then, don't be frightened of getting up and having a go.
Yeah.
And as we've said, as Pat said before, it lends itself to a confined space.
Yes. Yeah.
You can, if you've got the room, you can open it right out and go straight down the room with it, but it does lend itself to a confined space. So if there's lots of people on the dance floor doing other things, then you can get on and, do your little bit of Milonga.
So at home, I mean, that's halfway. We do have another half that we can work through on Wednesday. So let me know at home. Is it, is it sticking? Is it going in?
Mhm.
Are we okay with it? Yeah, so much better with the music.
Yes.
I can imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Lee,
that's
is
fantastic,
your
yeah.
partner following?
Yeah, I just wonder whether rather than do anything, because normally we try and do a little bit more on a
Mhm.
Monday,
Yeah.
so we get ahead of the game for Wednesday. But I'm thinking because it's such a new rhythm,
Rhythm and feel.
whether
yeah.
we just,
Consolidate it.
well, just have a go, have another go,
Yeah.
have another few practices of it.
Mhm.
Has anybody got any questions at all? Stephanie said she's not getting this at all. So let us know, Stephanie, why doesn't it feel, is it the rhythm, is it leading, following? Let's have a look, we love it. Mike loves it, Mike loves it.
All right, okay.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
It's really, really relaxed.
Is this pattern, Mike?
Yes.
All right, okay.
That's great, we're ready for a bit more. The next section, we'll see what the next section is going to be. It's going to be an open reverse into a zigzag, into a natural, well, we call them that,
Yeah, it's
open
a
natural.
progressive.
They would call it an open left turn into a zigzag,
Yeah.
into an open right turn. And then we've got a little foot play at the end,
Yes.
a little bit of an adornment at the very end to start again. They're very good with the first half. Let's have a look. Not enjoy. It is hard without a lead. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think they're okay. So we're great for look forward to Wednesday. Let's have another go, I think.
Mhm.
So leaders, dare we say this when there's not much at home, not much room at home, but leaders, shall we ask the leaders to lead really with that crook, keep the followers there on your side? Do you know what? If he goes wrong, followers, just go with him, because it's quite tight for space. So if you want to ad lib a bit, if you feel the music telling you to do something different, go for it. And followers, we've just got to stay in that arm there. Okay, don't move away from that arm.
If, for instance, you sort of forget the routine as such, don't worry, because in this hold here, okay, once you're in that hold there, just move it. Keep it there till you're ready.
Yeah, just do little chassis.
Chassis, as
Little
you're moving around, keep that hold there. And even as the music starts, just practice getting the feel for moving this arm that your leaders, your followers with you and following it and picking it up.
I was going to suggest that the followers close their eyes. If you're brave at home. If you've not got too many sort of sharp objects, furniture-wise, around, or animals, you think it's safe enough, just have a go, maybe do it slower, and have a go at follower closing, if you not agree with me. I'm a bit worried.
I'm just going to suggest that
The leaders close their eyes. Don't do that.
It's one of those dances really that when we teach Argentine tango, we very often ask the followers to close their eyes so they're picking up the lead. Now, when Honeybun just comes to me now, okay, she's reading like mad.
Yeah, do we come now?
Yeah, if she comes to me now, that to pick up this lead, if Honeybun here places her hand on my chest there, okay, she's in Argentine tango, she's actually looking to see where my chest is moving to. So she's going to follow it. So if I go down now, she's going to go with me. So as I go back, now as I stretch it there, I'm stretching. Now I can place my weight.
Just want my
So
feedback.
this is just a little exercise for followers really, just to get the feel for where the chest movement is coming from the leader. And then when we come into hold, everyone here will very often look towards my chest.
In Argentine
tango, they're normal. She'll be looking at my chest. Now with this, which is a bit more light-hearted, what I'm aiming for is to make sure, because it keeps moving, is that she gets the lead through the arm and through the chest there.
I think it's practice.
It is just practice.
Shall we just have a little go through with the
Let's have a
music?
go with the music.
So if you're game at home, just try it with the follower, just closing your eyes as you're dancing around. When you feel it's clicked, it's okay. And leaders, when you know that happens, you know you have to initiate all these moves so we can understand where to go. Okay, we're going to leave the music running. Try not to stop at home. Keep it going, even if you do little marking time on the spot.
Yeah, keep it moving the best you can.
I'll tell you now, there's no way we're going to stage the routine, because Phil will just do his own thing.
Doesn't that make a change?
Here we go. Open my eyes. I went wrong.
how you got on with that.
We might have a few questions coming in.
Mhm.
Okay. Right, I'll just grab my phone and just have a little look back just in case. Jane, Anil, can you do this as Argentine tango, as an Argentine tango with appropriate music?
No reason why not.
You could probably use it as a structure, couldn't you?
Yes,
Because it's
you could
not
use it
that
as
dissimilar,
structure.
because you would
No,
do a basic
It's not
8
dissimilar at all.
in Argentine tango,
Yeah.
but you have got a basic 6
Yes.
as well. So you can, yeah. Yeah, you can.
You can.
Let's have a look. Just looking for questions. That's a good idea. Julian says she's remembering it by doing it once for the first part, twice for the second part, and third for the third part. Is that good?
Yes.
So we do Baldosa box once, then we do 2 progressive steps, and then we do 3 sets of the check left turn.
Yes.
Very good.
Very good. Yes. Whichever works for you really, and you're trying to remember it.
Yeah, Pat says the tempo is quite fast, but can it be any tempo? You think this is fast? It can get faster than this. I think, should we just have a little? Right, okay. Yeah.
Pat, we're going to put something on that.
I am going to come back to the rest of the questions. There's 1 or 2 extra questions. We've just gone 8, but we'll just.
Yeah, we'll just give you a feel for slightly.
I think the one David has uploaded is just a smidge faster.
Mhm.
Yes, faster. So what do we do at home? Smaller steps.
Earlier.
There we go. Only do a little bit. Oh, nimble-fingered David on that one, wasn't he? Very impressive.
And it can be faster.
Yeah, it can be, and it can be slower.
Slower, yes.
But you will feel that bounce in the music. It feels like a party.
Yes.
It's, I mean, the one we've got is a sort of, I would say, generic Latino-y feel to it.
Yes.
When you hear, if you Google, gosh, what's it called? Milonga of Buenos Aires.
Yeah.
But it's a really old one, and sometimes he puts BA for Buenos Aires. I can't remember who it's by, but that's one of the real typical traditional ones.
Milonga.
But you will feel that same bouncy rhythm. It's like a bouncy walk.
It is.
So anything you can hear that in, you can use this dance
Yes.
for. Ray, love it. Is there a right degree of rotation? There is if you do it by the book, but when you do it in reality, no.
But by the book with the rotation here, as we do that, as I do my invitation now, that's the first 2 steps. My the salida, which is the next 3 and 4 step, I'm starting to turn it here, where I would have gone straight past Honeybun here to carry on with the bulldozer box. I'm starting to go at an angle, taking it diagonal. Now, what I'm allowing myself to do with my left foot is to turn a quarter there. There's the turn from there to there. Over those 2 steps, I've turned a quarter. Then I write that. Now I come through and I keep it open, so I'm going to do the same again and turn a quarter. So I can keep on turning a quarter. Okay, so we're basically turning a quarter on those turns.
When you dance it in reality, you could do as much or as little. I mean, if we were really tight for space, or it was just fast, or we just wanted to whiz around, you could just do it. You can almost pivot it round, but don't do too many, otherwise you'll be dizzy wizzy. Right, I think we're okay. Andrew just says the 1, 2, 3 repetitions was very helpful.
Yeah.
Well done, Julian. Do you know what? We've done this routine so many times, I've never seen it in that way in my head.
Yeah.
And it really sort of crystallises it for you, doesn't it?
Mhm.
You need to peg it on something sometimes. Very good.
Well, what I can say, we hope for the first half anyway, with those basic steps, that you've felt the rhythm of it, that you've got a feel for the music and how you can interpret it. And it's entirely up to the leader, first of all, as how he wants to interpret it. But what you're also doing, because you're dancing this together, you know, you want to dance it as one, is that you also want to allow your partner to interpret it how she feels as well. Even though you're giving it a lead, you want to allow that space also to interpret that music. And then, because you're aiming always, whichever dance you're doing, is to end up dancing it as one, really. So it's a fun dance.
Yeah,
And that's
it
the
is
most
really
important
fun.
thing, that you get fun out of this
Yeah.
and enjoy the music. You don't want to be halfway through sort of arguing, you did this and you did that. It's a bit like...
I'm sure you don't do that.
No. It's, leaders, okay? If you're unsure about something, as we said before, you mark time.
Yeah.
You mark time and you give your follower time to gather herself. So this, my arm around my partner's arm here, you know, around there. So if I'm just unsure, then I can just mark time. And when I'm ready, okay, I'm ready to go. Oh, away we go. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with that. This is Argentine tango. It's Milonga tango. So once again, it's entirely up to you, leader, interpreting the music. Have fun.
You see, when Phil takes the session, he said I never say anything, I'm always really quiet. You see, it's 8:10 now. They're all thinking, we want to go for a tea. He loves his Argentine tango. He loves his Argentine tango.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got to
Finish.
now though. We were going to come back on Wednesday.
Mhm.
And as I said, we've got a whole extra section, but we will gauge it.
Mhm.
If we only get halfway through, we will just show you it, we'll just dem it. And then you've got it to have a look at, because I'm sure you'll all be able to work it out anyway.
It's one of those dances, of course, that you can practice in a small
Yeah, it's fab.
area. So have a go. Try and come back on Wednesday if you've enjoyed this. Even if you just want to watch, but if you want to do the second half, try and practice this first half and get it honed if you can.
Yeah.
And then on Wednesday, we can add the second half and also probably have a little bit of time to play with it for you. Then you can play with it. Because leaders, you want to be able to get the feel, to have a bit of fun.
Okay, so we'll see you Wednesday. Take care, everybody.
Yeah. Have fun. Stay well. Be careful. If you're out there, I had to go to do a little bit of shopping for us today, didn't I? And I wore a mask. And there was only one other person in the building with a mask on. And I kept on thinking to myself, a bit like those people down on the beach at the weekend. I thought, there's something not registering with them. So look after yourselves.
Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah.
Because as I said in a quote today, nobody else is going to do it for you. So look after yourselves. We shall see you Wednesday at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
So from
Us
to you.
to you.
Good night, everyone. Take care.
Mwah.
Bye-bye.
Buenas tardes.